everyone and welcome to another session at TalentSprint. In today's session, we will be discussing the difference between hear and listen. Now we know that both these words have something to do with our ear being able to capture certain noises. But a major mistake that most of us make is that we use hear and listen in place of each other, which is not correct. So we hope by the end of this session, you will exactly know that what sounds you hear and what sounds do you listen to. Now let us start with hear. We have to understand that hear is actually an involuntary action. Whenever you are in a certain place, you always hear to the sounds in your surrounding. It is an auditory action. Since your ear is able to capture the sounds in your surroundings, you may or may not want to hear it, but you are bound to hear it because of a certain sensory reaction that your body reacts to. Let us take the example if you are at an airport or a railway station. Now when you are in an airport or at a railway station, you hear to various kind of noises. You hear some vendors, you hear some children, you hear people selling things, you hear people talking amongst themselves. Now this is something that you may or may not want to listen to, but you always end up hearing. So therefore we will never use the word that I listened to some children playing, I listened to some people talking. No, we always say I heard some children talking, I heard some people involved in a conversation. But when we come to the word listen, the word listen is used in a case when we pay attention to a certain kind of sound. Like we always hear noise, but we listen to music. So whenever we pay attention to the surrounding sounds around us, we look to hear a certain kind of a sound, then we say that we listen. For example, taking the example of the railway station or the airport ahead, you hear all the sound there, but you listen to the announcements that are made. If a certain announcement is being made about your flight or your train, you will not hear it, but you will listen to it, because that is a voluntarily action that you are doing to ensure that you are able to capture the information that is of some use to you. Therefore, listen as a word is used when we want to pay attention, we want to understand what is being said. It is a voluntary action, whereas hear is an involuntary action when our ear simply captures the sound that is around us. We hope that now you are clear what is the difference between hear and listen, and will not use them interchangeably anymore, but will use them at the appropriate places. Stay tuned for many more such interesting videos.